Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to another Patch Notes. Today, we have a lot to go over, but the theme is all about shooters, baby. We talking about all of the shooter games right now. Mostly, not really. We are looking at the overclocked Anthem trailer for Apex Legends. Apex Legends just released 4 hours ago. We're going to check that out. This is the new character that is going to be dropping here in the beginning of May. Next, we got some Fleekazoid bringing This Just Killed GTA 6. Gonna find out what that's all about. And then Pragmata made men want to become fathers, and we ruined it. Is this a woman hating other women just to hate, or is she based? We will find out today. The Dadvocate. First time react on that one. Next, to finish things off, we have Arc Raiders Riven Tides update. We're going to be looking at that as well. And then, finally, a little sneak peek, a little teaser for the next Bear Talk episode. We will be talking about Battlefield 6. And that video may or may not get me canceled. Listen, I'm trying to normalize it, man. If I keep saying that I'm going to get canceled for everything, then I'll get canceled for nothing. And that's how it works. So, all right. Get ready. Get locked in. Let me, I'm gonna do something different. We're just gonna reduce the Spotify volume real quick instead of pausing it. Apex Legends, first thing up. My Apex video, by the way, that I just put out recently. It was a Bear Talk episode where it's just me ranting to you guys on the camera about Apex, and I absolutely crashed the fuck out. So that video is age restricted, so I would appreciate it if you guys would take the time to go watch that video, give it some love, because YouTube will not give it the love, because I was unhinged in that video. I was upset. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know, what are you gonna do? All right, Apex Legends overclocked. But the one thing I am waiting on with Apex, I really do hope that they bring back the mobile exclusive characters, just as like free update releases. Just throw them back in there, man. Just throw them back in the arena. I think it would be sick.
In this game, victory is a choice.
Oh shit, she sounds cute.
You rebuild.
All right. From just this. All right. Do y'all think she's going to be attractive or unattractive? It seems like, I swear to God, if we get any more Mad Maggies, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. You
evolve. Or you're left in the dust.
All right. Damn. Not bad. Was it some Mad Max, like rough and tough type vibe? Hell yeah.
It'd be nice knowing you.
Can we talk about that? Why in the absolute fuck? W screenshot. Who in their right fucking mind thought it was a good idea to make Rampart have a missing tooth in the middle? What a cosmetic fucking retarded decision that fucking was. Oh my God. I can never get over it, man. And it's a good thing that the skins are fire in this game, so you can actually like make them like fix their mistakes. Because Jesus Christ, oh, I can't get over it. The tooth gap is crazy. The tooth gap is fucking crazy.
It'd be nice knowing you.
No, we are not done yet. This is where we earn our scars.
I bloody love this egg.
Every loss takes a piece of you. Until only the strongest parts remain.
Whoa, she's got some sort of drone thing?
Keep moving.
Okay, so she does have some insane mobility. Okay, so hold up. Let's break this down a little bit. So she's got some crazy mobility shit going on here with the little scooter wheel things. And then she's got some drone activity action. She's fucking sick. I ain't even gonna lie. I do like her. Like, this is like the rough and tough that I like. Like, the Mad Maggie, like, where you're all in, like, granny maxing type shit. Let's go back to Mad Maggie. Hold on. She was in the trailer. Right. Yeah, so this thing. Whatever the fuck this thing is. This little thing. Interesting. So there's some sort of, like, crypto drone action mixed with some mobility buff. But yeah, like Mad Maggie, I don't get. I if you like Mad Maggie, you're literally only using her for her abilities, or you're granny maxing because you're fucking weird. That's it, man. At least, like, Alter, like, she's a psycho fucking bitch, right? But she's meant to be, like, this, like, otherworldly fucking out-of-her-mind type fucking person, right? So she fits the role to look crazy, right? But Mad Maggie is just some fucking... It's a character that is, like, unnecessarily... I don't even know, like... I'm trying to figure out, like, the best, like, way to describe it, but, like, she's, like, badass in the wrong way. I feel like if you just spruced up her character a little bit, you know, maybe age her back a little bit, you can make her more of, like, an experienced looking person, kind of like a Bangalore type thing. And not just make her look like she's fucking 80 years old. Trying to be like, hello, fellow kids. Like, it's just weird, man. It's just weird. I don't know. I've never liked Mad Maggie. I thought she was so fucking weird. She's very annoying to play with in game. As far as, like, as like somebody on your team is playing Mad Maggie, because like she's fucking constantly quipping about some fucking eggs and shit. Like, goddamn, shut the fuck up. Holy fuck.
No, we are not done.
Yeah, Mad Maggie's got to be one of the worst characters. But overall, pretty crazy. I do like this new character. This whole drone thing, I am so curious about. I'm so curious about this. Is it like an attack drone thing? Because I know, like, Crypto, his like main drone functionality is surveillance. He just wants to see where people are, and then you have like the shield jammer thing, which is kind of cool, kind of knock everybody's shields out. That's kind of sick. Hers seems to be more of an explosive utility. She sends them in, they're like little attack drones, and they fucking blow your ass up. That's kind of sick. And I really want to see how far this mobility thing goes. And she's like the proper kind of fucking cute, for fuck's sake. She's badass, but they still made her cute, which is good. Now, when she's actually in the game, we might have a Mad Maggie situation where she's just uglified and it looks horrific. But I guess we'll find out. But I do have high hopes. The trailer left a good impression. I like this character. I like the themes that are going on here. I think she's going to be awesome. I think she's going to be a great addition. So, W Apex. Moving on from that, we have Fleekazoid here. This just killed GTA 6.
This is the most important game in human history. This is the magic bullet that's gonna save gaming as we know it. This is the TikTok killer right here. None of you are ready for what's coming. They're gonna be making spin-off TV shows, movies, action figures, body pillows. It's gonna get everyone bi-curious. Even normies will be playing this. That's right, we're talking about the one, the only, the Windrose. They said piracy would kill gaming and they were right. I don't want to hear the words Grand Theft or French coming out of your mouth, alright? I know some of you think that the latest rock slop hitting the market is the fourth coming of Jesus, but for the rest of us real gamers, we understand what a flop GTA 6 really is. Sorry. I need some water. Fuck GTA 6 and the BBL it rode in on. If it's such a good game, then just show me some good gameplay of it. Oh, you can't? How convenient. Maybe you...
That is kind of strange, huh? There's been zero gameplay reveals for GTA. It has been straight up cinematic. Look at our characters and our story. Please buy our game, guys. That is a very unfortunate realization I'm now coming to. Because that's something like I didn't even chalk it up. I didn't even fucking put two and two together. I didn't care at all. But now that he brings it up, they have not released shit on this fucking game. Now, I will give Rockstar one thing. They're insanely secretive, and they're very good at staying secretive. Which is what pisses me off when I see all this fucking, oh, there's going to be fucking trans parades in the fucking GTA. There's going to be this and this and this. And you're going to be able to do this. And you're going to be able to interact with this. And you're going to be able to fucking do this with your friends. It's all speculation. It's all bullshit. It's all rumor mill, yada, 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 yada. Because nothing has been revealed about this game except for the very few cinematic trailers that fucking Rockstar has put out. That's it. That's it. Everybody else is just fucking talking out their ass from I made it the fuck up university.
Think I'm exaggerating. But in this David and Goliath story of GTA 6 challenging the behemoth of Windrose, it's not even close. Let's run through it from the top. You can play Windrose today and do Jackass-style shipboarding. GTA 6 doesn't even have ships in it. Windrose has pirates in it. GTA 6 does not have pirates in it. Windrose is published by Palworld guys. GTA 6 is not published by Palworld guys. I rest my case. I mean, what else is there to say? Sorry to all the GTA 6 fanboys out there, but it's just not happening. What are you gonna do when Nintendo sues you for having walk animations? The signs of this tragedy were there all along. I mean, just think about it. Look at how many players the Windrose demo got. Now let me ask you a question. How many players does the GTA 6 demo have again? Oh, what's that? 0 players? That's what I thought. Windrose 1, GTA 0. By God, this may be the finest.
Fuck's sake. He's really milking this for all it's worth, eh? God damn it, man. Listen, I do think that when GTA 6 does finally release, it will basically win Game of the Year by default. And it will literally be the popularity pick. Because I know almost everyone that I know in my personal life either knows of GTA or played GTA 5. Right? Or GTA Online, right? Most of us have graduated from it. We don't play it anymore. We don't even look at it anymore. We just don't care, right? Like, GTA Online has fallen off so insanely hard. It's insane. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Like, the RP shit is cool, but there's a ceiling of entry to that, right? Or not a ceiling of entry. There's like a... I wouldn't even call it like a ceiling, to be honest. I think it's like a fucking staircase to that. But that staircase never fucking ends. You never find a fucking platform that the staircase goes to that you could take a break on before you hit the next set of stairs. Like, there's nothing. You just straight up going upstairs trying to fucking get on an RP server, let alone have the equipment to be able to run GTA RP without it crashing on you every fucking 5 minutes, right? It takes a lot, right? It takes a lot. There's a big barrier to entry there, right? And regular GTA Online is just boring. It's just boring as fuck, right? The new updates are shit. They fucking finally gave us the Millionaire Mansions quote-unquote DLC, which was like one of the worst fucking things I've ever seen in my life, because they have a literal set of already built-in mansions to the game that they could have made that. And a couple of the areas were some of the areas that I thought they would make a Millionaire Mansion thing. But it's few and far between. There's several locations they could have propped up as like a player-owned mansion so you could show off all your accolades in the game, right? But they didn't deliver. They didn't deliver at all. And I feel like there is some sort of disconnect between Rockstar and its players that may cause problems for the new GTA. Because there's a loud minority of the fan base that asks for absurd shit all the time. And I don't know if Rockstar quite knows how to root through all that and shut out the noise and listen to the real players, right? Listen to the people who are going to put in 2, 3, 4, 5,000 hours into this fucking game and no life this shit for its entirety, right? And man, talk about fatigue, just time in general. People are fucking fatigued. They've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, right? And there's one thing, you know, there are certain like avenues, right, where people can go silent and then return, go silent then return. But you got to give somebody something. You got to give them a fucking video now and again. You got to give them some sort of like look on the inside to give them a form of hope that this game's even coming out. And it's not going to be an absolute catastrophe. Because if it's anything like GTA Online is right now, if it's going to be a multiplayer game on launch, it's going to be a fucking train wreck, right? That's why I'm nervous about Forza Horizon 6, because Forza Horizon 5 was an absolute fucking disaster. You know what they should rename Forza? Forza Horizon Jesco, because they literally, out of curiosity, I replayed the entire campaign using only the Jesco for every event, and I can't tell you. I mean, it honestly, I don't think the game could have been any easier, to be honest. But again, we're at a stage where it's like, okay, we've seen some gameplay of Forza Horizon 6, and it's looking pretty decent. Now, there are still some, you know, glaring issues, like the menus being absolute catastrophes still. It's so insanely laggy, it takes you a good fucking 30 seconds to get in between options, which is insane. So they need to fix that. That's such a simple fix that I'm surprised it has not already been figured out. Like, what the fuck? Moving on from that random tangent, I do think people are GTA 6 fatigued. I do think they are. I mean, you hear about this game every fucking year, and every year, new rumors, new bullshit, new popularity, fucking, oh, teaser coming next month, and then a teaser doesn't show up, and then a few months down the road, a teaser does show up, and then post that teaser is like coming in 2029. I'm like, fucking Jesus, dude.
First addition to the Concord universe yet. And before you get uppity, the GTA 6 demo did leak recently, alright? I tried it out myself, and now my GPU is always running at 200 degrees Celsius. Clearly, GTA 6 lacks the same quality and polish that our Uzbekistani game has. Uzbekistanians are. Let me try that again. Now, I couldn't tell you where Uzbekistan is on a map, but I can tell you where it is on the Steam charts, baby, at the top. Another point for Windrose. But what else do you expect from a AAA company like Rockstar? The reality is, they're just hitting their limits. For years, they've been able to milk GTA Online. It's generated over $5 billion just from shark card purchases. Do you understand what that means? That means people are spending millions of dollars to not have to play the game. This game must be trash. To top it all off, they've made Todd the proudest father by reselling GTA 5 on every single console generation. I'm shocked they didn't re-release this on PS2. Todd, welcome back. What are your thoughts on Grand Theft Auto 5 trying to out-release Skyrim?
I'm a big Redditor, so I do read Reddit a lot.
All right, well, that's not what I fucking asked, Todd.
Thanks, man. Good one.
Yeah, look at me, I'm Todd. Shut up. That's how you sound.
Correct.
No problem. Thank you.
Keep in mind, GTA 5 has been
Fuck's
around
sake.
since Xbox 360. That's when we had good games. That's 3 generations of unsupervised gamers going to the strip club because parents think every video game is Fortnite and Lego Batman. Windrose would never let that happen because you have to build your own jiggle joint. Anyways, I digress. The point is, they're not doing anything new. They just want a fresh cash cow. We're gonna commit auto theft on a grand scale for the 6th time now with BBLs. And what? We're just hanging around in Miami,
Hell yeah.
Florida? I want to be surrounded by the sea, man, not covered in it. Hi, Fleek here, number 13th on trending. Let's be honest here. Nobody expects the story to be good. Who cares, right? Listen, this is all about that big online mode that's going to come 3 months after release. Who cares about story? Story.
That is true. I think people are going to play it just so they can fucking kind of get used to how the game plays. But it will get abandoned so fast. And there was a good subset of people in GTA 5 who wanted a story expansion or some sort of like additional content to the story at all. And it just never came. It never showed up. So, yeah, it's kind of sad. It is kind of sad, but, you know, that is the reality of it, right? The reality is the online model is what's going to keep this funding alive for the next fucking 30 years until GTA 7 comes out in Cyberpunk 2099.
Who cares, right? This is all about that big, fat, juicy, thickle, wobbly online mode that's gonna come 3 months after release.
Bro, I tell you what.
Big, fat, juicy, thickle,
screenshot?
wobbly online mode.
This is going to be where I'm at right here. Running around with a bunch of crazy ass Southern folk in the dirtiest place possible. Amen, brother. With my lifted pickup truck and tiny peen. I'm going to be all up in here. Look at it. She thick with 3 C's. God damn.
It's gonna come 3 months
America.
after release. And let me tell you something. I'm putting all of my money into that online mode. I am taking
Facts.
every dime out of my retirement fund and I am putting it into GTA Online so that my wife cannot take it in the divorce. Do you understand me? That being said, they're going to be spit and polishing this game
It's an
for another
investment.
13 years. So in the meanwhile, Windrose has its online mode from day one. Windrose 4, Slop Theft Auto 0. You've got people excited about RP servers, which I'm told are for jobless people to have pretend jobs. I don't even know what to say here, so let me just remind you. Windrose 5, Flop Theft Auto 0. In fact, -1 point for trying to make me have a real job. Maybe this is supposed to appeal to all those employees Rockstar just laid off now that the game is almost done. What's a little alleged union busting among friends, right? I just know that if I'm gonna role play as a crackhead homeless man anyway, Windrose does it best. Pimps, do you remember what I said
Hell
in my
yeah.
last GTA 6 video? I don't, but let's pretend I called all of this years in advance. I don't know how I saw it coming, guys. I don't know how I saw this shit. How'd you see this guy? I don't know, man. I just...
Bro, I'm 100% doing that. When I get fucking vindicated on shit, I'm like, yeah, see, I told you. I said it. That's what I did with the fucking Monster Hunter Wild shit. Because everybody fucking flamed me on every single fucking platform. Fuck all of you, by the way. I'll never let this go. On every single platform, I said, when I made my Monster Hunter Wilds video, that there was no endgame content and the game fucking sucks dick. And you need to have some sort of late game progression available for players. You're reaching a broad audience that has never played a Monster Hunter game ever in their goddamn fucking life. So you need to have content for them to play. Once they get into the game, They don't want to go fight Arkveld 50,000 fucking times before you release the next expansion. They want a variety of things to do. And they finally vindicated me when they brought back several of the different predators, quote unquote. Not that kind of predator. Fuck off. When they brought back the Apexes, right? They revamped Raidal. They revamped New Udra. They revamped Uduna, right? They brought all of these cool monsters back, gave them a massive buff, brought their armors up to rarity 8s, best you can get. My fucking God, was that a vindication for me? Because that means that I was fucking right. And that's exactly what I suggested that they did, was make a way so that you can bring old beginning of the game armor to the end game scene. People will grind that shit for days because sometimes the drip is worth more than the fucking stats. And everybody knows that. Fuck you.
I get thoughts sometimes.
I'll
man.
never
Now
let
that
it go.
You think I'm smart? Let me make another prediction. Foot. Put one foot in front of the other and walk over to Gamersubs with code PIMP for 10% off all your foot-related needs.
Yes, sir.
Now that we're all hardened up from that, let's look at the hard facts. Rockstar had some shocking news leak from their latest hack that's pretty damning for GTA 6. For reference, GTA 5 has sold 220.
It is crazy how big Rockstar is and like how much they worry about hackers all the fucking time. Like y'all make how much from these shark cards? You mean tell me you can't just hire a fucking anti-hacking security team to just absolutely go ham on these motherfuckers and keep your shit safe? Like, come on now.
5 million copies across its lifetime. In comparison, GTA 6 has sold none. 0 copies sold. This is devastating news for Rockstar. As one insider source says, "Do not redeem! Do not redeem the card!" Sorry about that, that was the wrong line. Nobody is excited for this game. Go ahead, look it up. It's not even listed on Steam. Already delisted while Rinrose dominates the charts. Not even Epic Games Store has this trash listed. Let's pretend it's not over for a second. Let's say hypothetically for the sake of the argument that you look at the community. Nobody even bothered to review GTA 6. That's how bad it is. Meanwhile, I'm secretly reviewing Windrose as we speak. What does that tell you? That I'm a gaslighting shit poster? No, of course not. Gaslighting isn't real. It just further proves how superior Windrose is to GTA 6. Let me put it this way. They try to brush it under the rug, but every delay GTA 6 has had is because of Windrose. Just when they were about to release, they get word Windrose is on the horizon and delayed as long as possible. Originally, they were going to release next month, but with Windrose releasing on the 14th of April, they punted all the way to the end of next year. They didn't even want to be in the same quarter as Windrose. Just goes to show how little confidence Rockstar has going head-to-head with Windrose. And to be fair to GTA 6, I'm gonna say this. With how horrible this generation of gaming has been, GTA 6 seemed like a ray of hope for everybody. Until Windrose was announced, of course. But hey, they tried. The best thing about GTA 6 coming out will be how...
It's so good, man. It's so good. I love Fleekazoid, man. The way that he fucking writes out his videos is insane.
How it ruins every other live service attempt for the next couple years. Because when people see how much Windrose is dominating over GTA Online, they're all gonna give up.
He did make a solid point right there. The online space will be fucking dead when GTA 6 online is available to play. It'll literally be over. Literally be over. If you have a live service game around that time that isn't like a super focused game like Apex Legends or something like that, or Arc Raiders maybe, I could see them maintaining bases just fine. GTA 6 is going to steal all of your market share.
In the end, it looks like 12 years and $1 billion wasn't enough to defeat the king. Better luck next time, GTA 7. Which, by the way, we already got a release date for that. Next century. Unless Windrose 2 is coming out next century. And in that case, 2 centuries. Alright, what else? Thanks to the flock of pimps and thanks to...
That's good, man. That's good. I always love Fleek's videos, man. Kills it every fucking time. Every time he kills it. All right. Moving on from that. Time to lock in. We're talking about Pragmata. I have not even begun Pragmata. I did watch, who did I watch play? Asmongold. I watched Asmongold play it a little bit. But, like I said, shooters have taken over my fucking life. Completely. I mean, literally completely. So, the only thing that I've been playing is Battlefield 6, reluctantly, Arc Raiders, and Apex Legends. Apex Legends has been my main squeeze. I'm almost fully complete with my account. Like, I have all the legends. I got a bunch of them skydive emotes now, so I feel like I'm fucking aura farming and shit. And I'll probably do a ranked run. I think on this next one when it cycles through, because we're about, I don't know, 6 days left, I think. Once it gets a fresh cycle, I think I'm going to start no-lifing and literally fucking try to go for Apex Predator. Man, I got to prove it. I got to prove it to myself.
Game just dropped that is making men everywhere want to become fathers. I mean, this game was on its way to single-handedly reversing the declining birth rate. But because we cannot have nice things, people managed to ruin it within its first week.
A very small minority of people, by the way. And it's mainly just Twitter, Reddit losers.
Let's talk about it. On April 17th, Capcom released a new single-player, third-person sci-fi adventure game called Pragmata. The game takes place in a dystopian moon base where you play as an astronaut named Hugh. There's fast-paced shooting, real-time hacking,
Yeah, most people are calling this game Dad Simulator, and it's fucking hilarious.
narrative-driven
Space
exploration
Dad
and
Simulator.
story. But one thing that makes this typical action-adventure shooter a little bit more unique is that you are tasked with protecting a mysterious android girl named Diana. And she is so cute, and everyone loves her. While she is essentially a specialized AI robot designed from a fictional matter called Lunafilament, she also presents and behaves like a small child, curious and fascinated by all of the world and new things that you introduce her to along your adventures, which has activated broveries everywhere and introduced people to the concept of fatherhood for possibly the first time. Comments online read, Dead Space? No. Dad Space? Yes. The
Hell
masculine
yeah.
urge to protect your perfect daughter. If Capcom's goal with Pragmata was to make everyone who plays this game want to be a parent, then they've done an amazing job. I always
True.
sit back when Diana starts playing and think to myself, so this is what it's like having a daughter. She's so cute. You know, I really didn't know how to feel about this game, but it's so impressive. Making gamers want to have kids? Low-key pretty cool. I'm gay, and this game even makes me want to have a kid. I mean, there's dancing, you can teach
fuck?
Diana how to use a skateboard, she plays with the toys you give her.
She is so cute, and I don't even like kids, but I like her.
Hugh, thanks for talking to me all the time.
Did she give me a gift?
Ta-da!
Is this supposed to be when we first boarded the tram?
Uh-huh. I drew it. It's for you.
She hung it up! This is so adorable! If she dies, I'm throwing my PC out the window!
It's incredibly wholesome, but the concept of the main character's companion being a small child that you have to protect isn't even that new. We had Ellie in The Last of Us, we had
True.
Atreus in God of War, and we had
True.
Emily in Requiem. Yet Pragmata was the first of these games to have their entire subreddit completely banned because assholes had to make it fucking weird. If you already know what Rule 4
I mean, it's going to be it's the internet, right? It's the internet. It's always going to be a small group of people that goes out of their absolute way to ruin things, right? And unfortunately, there's people who haven't even played the game, and y'all know who I'm talking about, from a certain fucking publisher, that have voiced their opinion in the most intellectually dishonest, fucking subjective narrative push I have ever fucking seen. And it was incredibly disappointing to see. But So it goes for any sort of game journalist nowadays. Never trust them. If you are ever looking to see if you want to play a game or not, and it doesn't have a demo for you to download and play for free, just find a YouTuber that you don't mind watching, watch him play the game or her, and base your opinion off of how the game looks and feels. Easiest research of your fucking life. Just watch a video. Don't give any of these game journalists, publishers, any of them. Do not give them any clicks, any views, any notoriety, nothing. Like, I could have watched the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 trailer on IGN, but why? Why would I give IGN that free exposure, that free boost in the algorithm, when I could give it to Bandai Namco directly, because they're the people who actually matter, right? Because, like, IGN, they don't fucking matter. Who cares? Who gives a fuck what IGN fucking thinks anymore? They've gotten so many games wrong. It's insane. It's insane. And they're not there to give you an honest review. They're there to push some fake privilege that they used to have, that they no longer have because the internet has caught up to them and has pushed them out of the market.
Or is you already know how bad this is going to get, but if you don't know what it is, Rule 4 directly prohibits the publication of sexual, violent, or suggestive content involving minors.
So, to give you guys some more context, Pragmata actually... Let me show you. Meta bans user. Or no, it was a ban, it was block. So there's this really
into the images of android Diana, one of the key characters in Capcom's upcoming science fiction action game. Although many fans are eagerly awaiting the release, part of the audience has caused serious concern. On Reddit, discussions about Diana's appearance, made in an infantile style, have led to conflicts and division within the community. Initially, the main hub for discussion was the subreddit r/Pragmata, but over time, separate communities formed around it. r/Pragmata SFW, which stands for Safe for Work, implying that they needed to make a separate forum because there was too much not safe for work content, appeared in an attempt to create a space.
I mean, this is going to get overblown quite a lot, right? I'm going to be honest. This is going to get overblown quite a lot. Anybody could have told you that people were going to take this and they were going to do the absolute worst with it. With anything in life, that is going to be the case, right? And the best that you can do is push whatever laws and rules are in place to minimize these things, right? Because you're never going to fully get rid of it, right? Some are going to slip through the cracks and you just aren't going to be able to stop it, right? But there is a lot of rules and regulations and what do you call it? Not censorship, but surveillance that is already in place that can be utilized to mitigate these things from happening, right? Admittedly, Reddit is such a weird place because, like, sometimes they nail it on the head and they get it right and they absolutely go fucking scorched earth on these type of things and they fucking take care of it and it's a huge Reddit W. Other times, especially if it goes with Reddit's fucking little ideology shit that they're captured in, they will let some very weird fucking things slide. They will let it slide and they will act like nothing's wrong, and it's fucking insane to me. But that's the thing that we got to get away from, right? Like, there's things that are like objectively bad, not subjectively. They're just objectively a bad thing. There's no opinion right? No opinion. It's just bad, right? Anytime you are sexualizing a minor in any sense, it's bad. Full stop. Full stop. 100% bad, right? And it doesn't matter what kind of coding you try to put around it, what kind of like, I see this a lot, and this is why, like, one of the things that kind of pushed me away from being friends with people who are like big fucking weebs and shit is because they get a little too far down the spectrum. And like, we're talking like the lolicons of the world, the people who like that sort of content. Like, no, I'm good, bro. I'm good. You watch your anime over there, or I am gonna stay over here. I'm gonna stay over here. Because there is times where it is overblown, right? There is times where it is overblown, but there's also times where it's like, okay, this is very obvious, like, it's a child. Like, what are we doing here? Like, and it's the same thing with all the trans shit. Like, nobody gives a fuck that you're trans. Live your life. Do what you do, right? But the minute you start saying an 8-year-old, a 3-year-old, a fucking I would even say a fucking 15-year-old, if you are saying that they are trans, then you are grooming them. You are grooming them. You are forcing an ideology on them rather than them growing up a natural, normal life. And who knows, when they turn 18, when they turn 16, right? Even 16 is too young for a lot of people. But around the world, like 16 on average is kind of like when you're considered an adult. So, and I don't know, I've met some 16-year-olds that are definitely not developed enough for that, right? But I've also met some 16-year-olds, but I think that's more of a product of environment, right? Like they were taught very well, so they're very conscious and self-aware, very smart individuals, right? And I've also met quite a few that are just like fucking retards. They're fucking stupid, man. And those people I would not trust to make a sexualized decision on what gender they want to be, right? I would not trust that because I just think they're way too retarded to be making that decision for themselves. But there are some that I do think are mature enough, that are well-rounded in the head, that I would say, okay, if that's what you're choosing, you do you. You do you. But I do think that 18 is the proper fucking range, I think. By the time you're 18, you're probably out of high school at this point. You've been exposed to almost every form of life, especially if you go to a public school. So you've kind of met everybody who's like in these weird little different groups, right? So you've formulated your opinions on this. So at 18, I think that's a solid age to kind of like, all right, I'm going to be a girl now. I want to be a trans girl. All right. That's your life. You do it. Do what you do. All right. It is what it is. It is what it is. But you're not going to come and convince me that your 8-year-old is trans. Because if your 8-year-old is trans, it is because you or the teacher at school or the fucking marriage counselor you probably have is absolutely drilling that fucking shit into them like it's propaganda. And that's where you're wrong. That's where you are fucking way off, and you need to go to fucking prison because you are grooming. At that point, you are grooming because you are putting in outside influence on the mind of a minor, and that is absolutely not allowed objectively in any fucking spectrum at all. I don't care. Go to prison. Go to prison.
So without obscene content, as well as
anything like that,
_
including this,
which was entirely
which I think is crazy, right? Because like if you took, because like all these people who are posting this shit, you can find them. You can find them easily, right? Now, if they're from another country, you're just gonna have to you're gonna have to deal with it, ban them, get rid of them, right? Because they're just gonna make another account, another IP, and they're just gonna fucking jump back into the mix anyway. So you're just gonna have to filter them out somehow. But the people who are trackable in the US, 100%, I would be fully okay with the FBI literally going to their house with the evidence of the shit that they posted and taking them to prison for life. Or straight up executions. I would be okay with executions. I think fucking not putting these people to sleep is why we have the problems we do. Dead ass.
Voted to publishing explicit images of Diana. On February 18th, the subreddit r/pragmata_ was blocked by Reddit administration for violating Rule 4, which directly prohibits the publication of sexual, violent, or suggestive content involving minors. Given that Diana looks like a child, the focus on such content was the reason for the block. Even earlier, moderator Joe Zocht Games from r/pragmata SFW publicly stated that his proposals to tighten the rules on the main subreddit were ignored. He also criticized r/pragmata for inviting moderators whose profiles contained explicit content. According to him, one of the posts with an obscene image of Diana was removed directly by Reddit employees. In early February, he announced his resignation as moderator, citing an overwhelming stream of perverse content. Do you know how much it takes to make a Reddit moderator say, "That's too far"? There was even one user that Capcom themselves entirely blocked because of disturbing commentary they made complaining about Capcom censoring Diana too much.
This is the one that I was trying to find.
Apparently, Diana's original design involved her wearing black spats, as shown here, also known as bloomers or safety shorts, but Capcom must have known that someone was going to be weird because they later replaced that design with simple gray mesh under a much more oversized coat. It's almost like Capcom was working overtime to make Diana as unobjectifiable as possible, and yet, I mean, they made sure to make sure she was dressed as non-revealing as possible. She's dressed like Billie Eilish. But in response to discovering Capcom's design choice to err more on the conservative side of Diana's clothing, one user seriously tweeted this. Diana from Pragmata has been censored. Instead of wearing spats, she now has some weird gray mesh under her.
And of course, it's some fucking loser, fat fucking weirdo with a anime profile picture. You see why I distance myself? This person, that's a weeb right now. Walking around society. But probably not. The only time they leave is probably to go get food or more anime and hentai to jerk off to because they're fucking weird, right? These people are out in society right now. Now, they're way too much a coward to do that shit in real life because they know what comes from it is their inevitable demise, right? So they hunker down and they do this shit online and they fucking objectify fucking things that aren't real, quote unquote, but are realistic looking. Because for them, that's the gray area. They're okay with that. These are the fucking freaks that I am perfectly okay sending the FBI in to snatch this fucker up and just say, it's okay. You can rest now. Forever. Right? That's what I'm saying. These people. They are the problem. Now, you're not going to be able to get to all of them, right? Because, like, you can't just go into the fucking middle of fucking India or Pakistan or whatever, snatch a bunch of people and fucking leave. Now, granted, you probably could. You're the fucking USA. You could fucking do whatever the fuck you want, right? But it does cause drama and issues and fucking everybody puts their 2 cents in and it's a lot. It's too much hassle, right? So the easiest way to get rid of those people is just filter them, ban them as much as possible, right? But people in the US that are hiding, you go root them out and you fucking make examples of them. You do that a fucking 10, 20 times, 30 times, people will knock this behavior off. But it does not have any severe consequences because this motherfucker is going to make an alt account. He's going to be back on X and he's going to be fucking doing the same shit again but this time under a different alias and a different agendas.
Coat. Said coat has also been made significantly larger.
What did they say? I think I literally heard this recently. I think like they said the average person, like the average like SA person, they will commit like 117 crimes or something like that before they either get caught or they die or whatever, right? It's insane. It's insane that they can get away with it. And I literally think it's just because things are not enforced enough. The tools are there. Everything's already in place. All they have to do is just enforce them.
I miss the days where we could see girls' panties in video games. Now, even spats are too much, apparently. Yeah, this is very clearly not a legitimate design critique. This is a grown-ass adult throwing a fit because he does not get to see children's underwear. Yes, hello, Chris Hansen. We need you. The good news is that the remaining Reddit mods and the vast community of Pragmata fans decided to crack down on this and put a stop to it immediately.
I do think that one of the best things that happened with all of this shit was the main core audience absolutely going scorched earth on these fucking weirdos. I do like that the core audience became aware when the core audience became fully aware of this situation. The core audience is the ones that were absolutely going scorched earth on this fucking guy, harassing him off the internet, and that's how it needs to be, right? Because obviously you can't count on the government, right? The government's fucking useless. The government's been useless. It's always been useless. So sometimes when you're in the Wild West, which is the internet nowadays, you as users, as people who are active in that world, in that alternate realm, right? You need to be the enforcer. You need to be the one to call the shit out, right? Get the proper people to look at it and overall condemn whatever it is, right? You harass that motherfucker to the end of the earth, and I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I don't care how much their feelings are hurt, and I don't care what comes of it, because they deserve it, because that's fucking disgusting. There is no place in the world for people like that, and I believe that they deserve everything that's coming to them. Everything. All of it. And it's no different than that fucking guy. I think, was it in Minnesota? There's a guy in Minnesota, fucking family man, and fucking, and his wife, and I think his daughter or something like that. They were harassing this young girl during some sort of protest thing. And the guy, for absolutely no reason at all, decided he was going to put his hands on this fucking poor woman. With, I think she wasn't fully turned away from him, but she was, they weren't looking at each other for sure, like staring face to face. And he just fucking bang, just shoves this fucking poor girl down. It's a big guy. And the internet absolutely scorched this man alive. And he fucking deserves it. He deserves every minute. And I hope he still gets more. And I hope he even gets even more. Because he deserves it. Because that's bullshit. You don't put your hands on a fucking woman. You just don't, right? In the same way that I agree that a woman should never put her fucking hands on a man. Because there is a line, right? You know, if me and my boy, we were out at the bar, for example, right? For example. I'm going to touch on this and then we'll continue on. But if me and my boy were out at a bar, right? There's a girl, right? She's being a little loud and obnoxious, right? She's being a little aggressive, you know? The drinks are flowing, you know? She's not acting right. And she come up, let's say she fucking tries to hit my boy, right? My boy, whoa, hey, what you doing? Calm down, right? I would not condone my guy to just hit her with the meanest fucking right hook and knock her teeth out, right? I would not condone that, right? I would expect him to wrap her up, set her down, and just be like, hey, calm the fuck down. What are you doing, right? Now, changing that scenario, let's say she came up to him and she tried to hit him with a beer bottle, right? She's crashing out. She tries to fucking with a fucking beer bottle over his head or something. Then I would be perfectly okay with him hitting her with the meanest right hook of all time. I would be okay with that. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that bitch. She's fucking stupid. Trying to come up here and do something that dangerous, right? But yeah, if she just wilding out, fucking, being a little overly aggressive, trying to push your head and shit, obviously, be cordial about it, man. You could easily overpower her. Wrap her ass up, sit her the fuck down, and just be like, hey, you better calm down. What the fuck you doing, right? Relax. Right? And then the fucking security will come grab her, or you fucking police will come get her, whatever. Bartender throw her out, blah, blah, blah. But yeah. That's the type of thing. There's a line, right? And it's no different with this type of shit, right? There's a line, right? And there's people who have taken this opportunity to be toxic, disgusting, perverted weirdos about it. And I do think that it needs to be stamped out, right? And I honestly think that Reddit should have made an example of those people. Rather than just banning the whole subreddit, I think they should have gave the moderator some help. They should have went in there and just went scorched earth. Just scorched earth these fucking people. Right? Like, I would be 100% okay with doxing if it was done by a governing body that was exposing people who do these crimes. Like, charge them for the crime first and then release their information. Like, just that fast, because it's so easy. It's so easy. Like, how do we not have like an internet court system already that can like streamline the court system so you're not having to wait, right? And instead of like having a court where you're thrown in prison, just have you like on the internet, like public jail. And like, this person's in the internet public jail. Like, maybe, I don't know, put like a little like fucking jail cell with like a little lock in the middle, like next to their profile on every single fucking app possible, in every website and every anything. Like, if they fucking comment on a Game Radar fucking article, it has that little fucking jail cell with the lock on it, so everybody knows the type of things that you've done on the internet. Let the world know that they are flagged for PvP no matter where they are. I think that would be I don't know why we don't do that. Fucking A. That's a good idea, dude. I need to fucking propose that to somebody.
Inappropriate posts were deleted within seconds. The users who made these posts banned immediately. And the overwhelming response to these chomos was met with resistance, disgust, and the desire to use a wood chipper. After all, these are all men who have collectively decided that Diana is their daughter. And as any good father would, they're not going to allow you to objectify and exploit their daughter.
It was a huge W for morality.
Fringe minority group of people who made the game of Pragmata very weird and creepy, it has yielded the unfortunate result of another minority group of people who are loud and wrong, who have decided to label every single person who plays Pragmata as weird and creepy. Now, dudes who simply
hating assholes, wokies who have chopped off their dicks and turned their VJs into dicks. Their whole life revolves around penis in one way or another. It is what it is. Stay mad, stay toxic, stay loner, stay loser, stay fucking a piece of absolute fucking trash. I don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck about their opinions. The game's goated. Game's goated. You're just mad that fathers are up in 2026, baby. Parenting is up in 2026. The regular gender norms are up in 2026.
Wanted to LARP as a space dad or catching strays from fan service degenerates who threw hissy fits because a child was wearing a coat. The crackdown even got so conservative that certain Reddit mods started deleting posts from people simply saying they liked the game. This user tweets, Reddit mods are now removing posts and banning people from subreddits for praising and enjoying Pragmata. And as you can see, all this says is, wonderful game, this game was absolutely 10 out of 10 for me. Sorry this post has been removed by the moderators of r/PlayStation. And here you can see what I mean by people deciding to judge all Pragmata players with this comment, translation, Reddit mods are now removing pedophiles. What did he say that was pedophilic at all? Hey, this game is cool. Why don't you have a...
I do think that Reddit does have an issue on being able to stamp out this behavior without in an overly general way, just censoring the whole thing. Right? They aren't good at that. They aren't good at like weeding out the bad actors. That's more so what I'm looking for. Instead of weeding out the bad actors, they just fucking remove anything with a Pragmata tag, right? Is it the proper way to handle it? I don't agree with that. I think overly banning something just because it has some troublesome content to it, it's weird, right? It's weird. It is a bit weird. I don't understand why they don't have a good filter system or some sort of AI detection system that can easily tell whether there is unfortunate content mixed in with the person's post, whether it be through word detection or image fucking referencing. Some sort of AI tool could easily do this for them, and then they could dial back any of this weird stuff, and then you could only see the game reviews. I think that would have been perfectly fine. I just don't get it.
See, once again, they just do not want us
so
to have
simple.
nice things.
So simple.
Here's what one woman had to say about how men who play this game are creepy. Lots of strange reactions to this game. Let's clear some things up.
Hold on. Hating ass hoes. Hold up. Childless men do not have... Oh, I remember this one. I think I commented on this. It was on Facebook that I saw this originally, I think. Childless men do not have paternal instincts the way that childless women have maternal instincts. Bullshit, by the way. Just because you don't understand men doesn't mean that men don't have paternal instincts. Men have always had paternal instincts. You know how many men jump into relationships with single women? It's more popular now. Or single mothers, sorry. It's more popular now than it has ever been because there are more single mothers now than there have ever been, right? You know, most of the time, you know, if you lost the father of your child back in the day, right, it was because they went off to war, because they got super ill, or they fell to drugs, right? Other than that, you didn't have to really worry about it, right? But now the marketplace for women is AI, it's fucking... I mean, there's people living out their fantasies in video games. There's people fucking living out their fantasies through porn. All of these industries have become OnlyFans. They're competing markets. They are. They're competing with the regular family-oriented norm. So there's a lot of women out there who are feeling that, and they are not happy. And they are overgeneralizing men in a way that is unhealthy because it makes them feel better. And that's the way it is. That's the way it is. But no, I mean, everybody has a biological fucking... It's literally in our DNA to be parental, right? Or paternal, not parental. I mean, well, I'm both, I guess. But, yeah. Now, you could make the argument that men would have a harder time raising a daughter over a son. Like, sure. But, I mean, again, that's just a biological thing. Like, men understand men, right? Women do not understand men, clearly. But women do understand women, right? And I always told myself that. Like, when I have a family... I will not do any disciplinary action at all with my daughter. None. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Nothing. Right? That is going to be up to the mother. She will deal with that. Right? Because she understands, right? I am not going to try to understand my daughter when she is trying to manipulate a certain thing so that she can have her way, or she can fucking try to get something past me that I would otherwise reprimand her for, right? I'm not even going to worry about trying to pick up on those fucking things, right? Now, some of those things you'll simply learn just out of repetition, right? However, the wife, she knows these things because she's probably done these things. So for her, she knows just because she's already done them before. She knows the game that is being played because she's already played it and she's beaten it. And now she's on New Game Plus and she's got your ass, right? She's in ranked. Your ass is just starting off in bots, bro. Like, you're getting fucked up. And it'll be the same thing for me raising my son, right? I know exactly the shit that my son's going to do. I know the way he's going to think. I know the things that he's going to try to get away with. I know the fucking bullshit decisions he's going to make, right? And those are the things that I will call him out on. And she will come to me and be like, hey, you need to handle him. I'm like, don't worry, I got it. Oh, I got it. Oh, I know what he's doing. Those are natural things, very natural things. It's easy to pick up on. Very, very easy. It's not hard to raise a child if you know exactly who they come from. First off, you know, you got a healthy household and you know each other very well. You're also going to know them very well. Like, that's just natural, right? Now, they're probably going to differ from the two of you in one way or another, but the foundational understanding will be there naturally. Right, you just got to capitalize on that. You got to understand. You got to observe the behaviors, right? Pattern recognition. It's all wired in. It's all wired in. It's super simple. Now, what was the second part here? Men first experience paternal instincts once they have their own children, and typically those paternal instincts are only felt for their own children and no one else's. Yeah, that was the part where I basically stopped reading. I had to stop reading because this is a common statistic. I mean, people jump into relationships all the fucking time where there's already a child in the life of the woman, right? And this is something that has become more called out now than it has ever been, where women are waking up to other women, gaining the system, gaming in a way that is unfair, right? I'm trying to think of. I can't think of which judge it was, but there was one judge that was like super based. She fucking knew exactly what this girl was trying to do and trying to get full custody of the kids and why she was trying to do it and what kind of life she was going to lead if she did. And the judge made the decision to award all rights to the father, and that was insane. It was an insane turn of events because it's pretty much unheard of, right? But the courts are now starting to change in the favor of the man because the statistics are out. The stats are out there already, right? A lot of these kids, especially boys, mainly boys, that are coming from these single-family homes, they're either in prison, in the hospital, or they're dead. And this is a statistic that has been challenged by the left, which is why they don't talk about it anymore, and the right uses it to flagship and pretty much anti-women behavior on the radical side of things. But for the most part, they're pretty based in the fact that, you know, the family unit is the right way to raise a family, which I agree. I do agree. Could there be some alternatives? Yes, but those two individuals have to be extremely healthy in their views, right? So you can have a lesbian mom and dad, right? But they have to be self-aware of the fact that they have to essentially simulate the proper parental upbringing that they are depriving their child of. If they want their child to be astronomically more successful than them, which is at the end of the day should be your goal as a parent, right? As a parent, you shouldn't want your kid to meet up to your standards. You should want them to exceed your standards. You should want them to make the best out of life for themselves, right? That's at the end of the day, that's what you want. You know, that child does not have a choice whether or not they get to come into this world. But goddamn, I'd hope that you do your absolute best to set them up to make the most of what they do have when they are brought into the world. What else do we got here? Men are not nurturers. Men don't gush over cute kids in public. Why would you gush over cute kids in public? That's fucking weird. Men don't have baby fever. Of course men have baby fever. Men have baby fever all the fucking time. They see a cute kid in public and they're just like, man, me and my wife will be there at some point, you know? But men, we are also logical, right? Just because we saw some cute kid in public with a little cowboy hat on or something, that doesn't mean we're going to go pop out a country baby right now. That means that that man is probably going to up his hours from fucking 40 hours a week to 60 hours a week because he wants to go buy a home. And when he goes and he buys that home, he's going to want to make sure he's got a nice truck in a fucking driveway or a nice Suburban or a nice fucking SUV, a good, reliable car. Guess what? That will be fit to carry children. That's how men think. Men are logical. We're not reactionary, right? For the most part. For the most part, men they don't react to things like that. We're logical. We understand that, you know, in order to have a successful, you know, child upbringing, you're going to need a lot. Money, a home, a good car, all of those things are very necessary to set up a child for success. If a man wants to possess a child for any reason other than it being a product of his own lineage, he's likely a predator. That's an allegation. That's a crazy allegation. Overly generalized hater allegation. And you'd be taking the feminist / radical gender. Yeah, well, I mean, this is second to last one. I mean, that sums that up right there. This fucking bitch is psycho. Listen, here's my advice. This is medical advice. I am a former nurse, so let me give you medical advice right here. My medical advice: get off those brain medications you're on. Okay. I don't know which one you're taking. Probably several. Right? I recommend you stop taking them. You stop taking them. Stop taking them. Crash the fuck out for 2 years. Just absolutely go so radical, lose your goddamn mind because you don't know how to handle your own fucking thoughts. Get some discipline in your life, right? Get some fucking discipline in your life, right? Get off the internet. Go fucking travel the world, right? Expand your mind beyond the fucking hate comments that you put down probably a couple 100 times a day, right? You need to stop. You need to stop. You're too far in, right? The abyss is not even peering back into you. It is spewing back into you, okay? Jesus Christ. This should explain why a dad simulator game marketed to mostly childless men give people the creeps. It's not even marketed to childless men, bro. It's a boss fighty shooter game that has some cute android backpack. Literally. It's exactly how... And they even make a joke about it in the game. There's a section of the game where fucking Hugh calls Diana out for not walking on her own. And then fucking... They basically make a joke that he's been backpacking her around this whole time. Duh. That's all it is. People put so much stock into shit that doesn't fucking matter, dude. It's my favorite little thing to say. I say it to people all the time. They don't get it. Every time I say it. It's like, no, you're putting stock into something that doesn't fucking matter. You know, like, what do you mean by that? And I was like, well, you're putting investment into shit that will give you no return. No return. It's a net negative on your life.
Childless men do not have paternal instincts the way that childless women
Fucking
have maternal
psychos.
instincts. We observe this even in the way
I'm out
little
of flavored
girls
water.
play
Fuck.
versus little boys. Men first experience paternal instincts once they have their own children, and typically those paternal instincts are only ever felt for their own children, and no one else's. Men are not nurturers. Men don't gush over cute kids in public. Men don't have baby fever. If a man wants to possess a child for any reason other than it being a product of his own lineage, he is likely a predator. And you'd be taking the feminist, radical gender abolitionist position to protest any of the above points. This should explain why a dad simulator game marketed to mostly childless men gives people the creeps. Don't worry though, let's scroll down a little bit. Readers added context they thought people might want to know. Men experience baby fever and paternal instincts before fatherhood with hormonal changes, like oxytocin release, supporting nurturing and protective behaviors toward non-biological children, as seen in alloparenting and adoption.
And on top of that, you can look up any sort of other fucking maybe not so developed country to the most developed countries. In almost every situation where it is caught on camera of a child being harassed, being harmed, being... One of the first people to always jump in is the adult male man. Every single fucking time. Every time. Every time a man steps in. Because that's not something that we can control as men, right? We can't control that. We see a child getting harmed, right? And that child screams, they wail, they cry, they everything. That sets off a bunch of biological alarms in your head. Same thing with women. In your head that says, I need to do something. I need to protect this child, right? For the woman, it's like, oh, I need to help this child. They go to more the, how can I help the child, right? Where the father is like, what is hurting the child? I need to stop that, right? It is a protective instinct versus a nurturing, you know, how do I help the child instinct? They would rather men's way of helping the child, in a sense, is protecting them by stopping the bad thing. Whatever the bad thing is that is hurting the child, right? The scary monster in the closet, the stranger that oddly enough takes the same route that your child does every day, right? When they're coming home from school, right? That's something that the guy will always be like, you know what? Hey, let me sort this out. Let me figure this out. What's going on? What is this? Right? That's the first reaction. It's the gut reaction every time, right?
Good job, Community Notes. Good job. Oh, brother, that lady stinks. But even if you do manage to convince these haters that you're not some pedo bear, you're just a person trying to play an S-tier game where you get to tap into your paternal instincts while shooting evil robots and trying to get home, your next task is going to be trying to argue with overly sensitive liberals who genuinely believe that the game is a tradcon psyop. Yes, there are really people criticizing the game because they believe that it is trying to groom the youth into restoring tradition.
Listen. I think people need to take a step back, take life a lot less seriously, right? People have become sensitive in a way that is like the most unhealthy. Like I'm looking back in my head and I can't really see a time growing up where this game would have ever caused any controversy at all whatsoever. And I think it's in this day and age now where people are so fucking radicalized by media that they think the world is this scary, ultra fucking violent place. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but like, we're not Somalia. Like, we can't be Somalia. That's just not going to happen.
Traditional family values. Oh, the horror. I cannot tell you how fucking wild it is that inside of this game's controversies are two wolves. The wolf that has a mental breakdown when a child is wearing too much clothing, and the wolf that is worried that too many people are going to want to become loving fathers.
They're not wolves. Let's be clear here. You're like rabid doves, right? Doves with rabies, right? They got some sort of mad cow disease, but for doves, right? They're just fucking psychopaths, right? Fucking losing it, going schizo all the time. But for the most part, like, you don't really see them. You don't notice them. You just don't care. Like, oh, look at that. Another one. That's all I got, man. It is what it is.
What? Only one of these things is an actual problem. For example, when it comes to absolutely shit takes that well-known influencers are having about the game, here's what Hassan Piker had to say.
Oh, God, dude. All right. As Hassan's biggest hater, let's see.
Say about gamers tapping into their paternal instincts.
In any case, what is this? Capcom's Pragmata. Wait, did it come out already? Pragmata, it's making 1,000 people suddenly want to start a family. You play as Hugh, a soldier, stranded on a ruined lunar research station. His job is protecting the childlike android Diana while fighting rogue AI. It's out already? Is it good?
So he's
Isn't this
first
like
time hearing about it.
Death Stranding? In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the two of them together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So what's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff. And I don't understand like why this has become a thing that they care about. Like, if you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about.
If you expect them to care about things that they actually experience, then there is an unfortunate amount of your content that you have no experience to talk about. Like, if we're talking about experience being the merits, right? I only talk about things that I have personal experience with. And in some cases, I have actual certifications for, right? Whereas Hassan has no sort of accolades to his name to give him any sort of insight. Like, for example, speaking about video games, right? Hassan isn't a fucking gamer. When's the last time Hassan is locked in on a fucking game or I even had like a based game opinion? Not even that. Not even that. I would even argue that the game fucking journalists over at IGN have a better track record than Hassan does for playing or being quote unquote a gamer, right? And I think gamer is one of those things that has a minority community that gives it a bad rap. But it's not the majority, right? Almost everybody I know plays games, right? Maybe you can't call them a gamer because maybe their only games that they play are shooters or they play fucking sports games or whatever the fuck it is, right? But nowadays, gaming is such a huge, broad thing that almost everybody I know plays a game of some sort, right? Now, I don't know. I find it strange that Hassan being around as long as he has and being in the streaming as long as he has, that he hasn't somehow managed to get any sort of realism out of or give out any sort of realism from his content, right? It's so insanely performative. And he always has this weird thing of like twisting the morality of something to kind of make himself look like he's either the victim or he is the one that is in the right because such and such a thing is considered bad. he does this weird manipulation all the time, and it's such a liberal thing. It's such a liberal thing to do. But he makes like such weird decisions. Like, why would you, like, there was a time before where he was like capitulating to these like backwater fucking dog shit articles that don't even get probably not even fucking 15% the amount of views that he gets on a day-to-day on stream. And it's just like, why are you capitulating to these fucking mainstream weirdos? And then what happened? Not that long later, even CNN, which is like a massive liberal network, switched up on Hasan. I was talking shit about Hasan because Hasan just has these stupid fucking takes. Man, listen, he's talking about like people deserving like fucking 9/11 and shit like that, or like was it him or was it Fat Rogan that was talking about? Hold on, we need to do an AI check real quick right here. Which streamer? Goddamn, I butchered that. Streamer was noted for saying the following. The U.S. deserves 9/11. I don't know if that's exactly how he said it or how somebody said it. It was Hasan. I fucking knew it. The U.S. deserves 9/11. It's so hypocritical. Oh, speaking of Destiny, when are we going to get that Hasan Destiny debate? I'm genuinely curious. Because, like, Hasan likes to puff his chest out, right? But at the end of the day, I mean, we all know. I mean, he's the most cowardice dude that you'll ever fucking meet in your life. So it's like, when are we getting this Destiny debate? Because, like, I genuinely think that it'll make Hasan look really bad. Because he couldn't even out debate fucking what's his name? What's his name? The conservative fucking radical guy. Shit. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of his name though. Nick Fuentes. In his debate with him, Nick Fuentes absolutely mopped the floor with him. Absolutely slaughtered.
Things that you actually enjoy, right? If you're a fucking lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman, why do you care? Like, why do you care about having children or like riding?
Well, this is why. Okay. Let's follow the logic. So, if you've never been around a woman, you have no experience with a woman, why would you care about having children? Well, I could ask Hasan, why would he care about people who are middle class or working class? Because he's neither. He's a millionaire. Why do you care? Why should you get to weigh your opinion in on matters that do not affect you at all? Because that's essentially what he's saying here. He's saying having children does not affect gamers because gamers are basically womanless. They're maidenless. Right? So why would you ever weigh your opinion in on people who are less fortunate? Because you've never been that. You'll never be that. Right? You make your money off of their backs. Right? You know, the place that you live in was built by them. Right? The shelf in the back was built by them. The picture frames built by them. The dog bed built by them. The dog collar that you shock your dog with built by them. Right?
For having children, like if they changed hot Cheetos, if they changed the recipe of hot Cheetos, if they changed the recipe of like I don't know, Dr. Pepper or something, and you fucking freaked out about that. That makes sense, right? Like, that's precisely what.
Speaking of which, have y'all tried the Dr. Pepper coconut cream? My fucking God, that shit is fire. That shit was good. I had it with some Old Smoky fucking salted caramel whiskey. Ooh. Ooh, boys. Boy, I tell you, that's a dangerous combination right there.
What your life is about. But as far as like LARPing about starting families and whatnot, this is something that I never understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me because it's just not something that you're going to experience ever for your life, for the rest of your life, right?
Yes, Hassan.
So, I guess my last comment will be, when is Hassan going to stop LARPing as a streamer and just become the terrorist that he wants to be? Okay. That's the last one.
Let's play right into the all gamers are Mountain Dew drinking incels trope.
I'm so over it, bro.
Despite the fact that some of the kindest, most emotionally intelligent, caring, hardworking men you know very likely play video games. Very cool, Hassan. I'm sure your audience, who is predominantly on Twitch, a gaming streaming platform, just loves the messaging there. It is so insane and unhinged how off the rails the conspiracies and controversies around this game have gotten. I feel so bad for the game developer.
This is why Hassan will always be behind Asmongold, by the way. And this is also why Asmongold jumped ahead of Hassan anyway. Was because Asmongold is an everyman that appeals to the everyman, right? Right? And even over the time, like, I think over time, Asmon has even grown from this, and he has started doing things that a normal person do. He's cleaning his house, right? Crazy. When you first fucking hear of the guy, you'd never thought that he'd have cleaned his house a day in his fucking life. But he's actually doing it, and he's doing it consistently because it's easier to keep it that way than to let it pile up and then fucking have to spend a bunch of fucking time wasting a day fucking cleaning it up, right? Crazy growth, right? Just got his teeth work done in this last band, right? And he just recently, so I just watched this because I've been following Caleb Hammer recently. A big fan of Caleb. I think he's fucking hilarious. He was on the podcast that Asmon has, and Asmon was talking about seriously considering getting his hair kind of spruced up and redone, right? So time has shown that Asmon has the capacity to look in the mirror and grow, where Hassan does not. He does not. Everything he does is performative and it's fake, right? He tries to appeal to the everyman, but he's out here living a much more lavish lifestyle, and he virtue signals, woe is me. And then on the flip side, does something like this, where after appealing to the average man, he slaughters the average man. And it's like, okay, well, this is why nobody gives a fuck about you anymore. And you're starting to fall off hard. And you're getting out fucking competed by everybody in your space.
On this project who likely poured their heart.
But remember, it isn't Hassan's fault. It's because of Israel.
Soul, blood, sweat, and tears into this just for it to
the
get
goy
released
beans.
And have the absolute worst cesspools of the internet accuse it of either being lollygagging or a far-right psyop. It's a game. It's a fun, cute game that tens of thousands of people are enjoying.
It's not that serious. Stop putting stock into shit that doesn't matter.
Many of those tens of thousands of people who are getting laid and have families of their own, or if they're not, are still great people perfectly capable of getting laid and having families of their own. Now, when you do search Pragmata on almost any social media platform, predominantly what you're going to see is just people having a good, wholesome time. The main reason that I know about all this,
I think I just saw recently that the little fucking the little dance thing that fucking Diana does, somebody put like some sort of like EDM fucking, was it EDM? It was like an EDM like fucking song with it or something like that, and it's been getting millions of views on TikTok. It's fucking crazy. And there's nothing sexual or weird about it. It's literally just a fucking android girl dancing, having a good time, and people putting fucking songs with it.
This shit show is because you guys told me about it and insisted I report on it. Hopefully the worst of this can just kind of pass on through with relative quickness and us normies can go back to just, you know, being normal. In the most chaotic good way, hopefully this just kind of ends up giving the game even more press in a all press is good press kind of way, leading to more fans and more downloads. After all, I had never heard of the game prior to these controversies and you guys telling me about it, and now I'm very interested in playing. Might be something we do in a members only live if you join the YouTube membership or the Patreon. Anyway, this video doesn't need to be super long. I just wanted to chat about this with you guys really quick because it did seem right up my alley and it was one.
All right. I don't think we're going to get any more out of the video, but no, I really like this video. I think she nailed it on the head, man. She's calling it out for what it is. The Dadvocate. Go give her a sub, give her a like. It's fucking fantastic. I love this shit. I love it that people are waking up. They're fucking calling this shit out for what it is, right? The hypocrisy in it all, right? That's the way it should be. Now, the final video. So I can get some more goddamn water. God damn it. So I don't want to get up. I'm too lazy. Arc Raiders has a new update, Riven Tides. So let's see what's up. What's going on? Am I getting back into Arc Raiders today? Or am I going to no life Apex? Let's find out.
I barely slept. There's just so much to sort through.
So, like, have you been following any of it?
It's all anyone wants to talk about, so yeah.
Careful in the water, sweetheart. Tom, keep an eye on them, would you? Do you tell them yet?
Tell them? I mean,
okay.
What do you tell them? I told them we're going away.
New map?
That works, right?
Are you deaf? I paid for this. I'm not asking twice. Scusa.
Hell yeah.
On the house, right? Got you.
No, you can't call that in.
I'm counting
Are you
it.
serious right now? It was out by a
It looks
mile.
really good.
Clear as daylight. What are you, blind? Why?
Hey, I
why
know
are we
what
even
I
talking
saw.
about this?
Pull it
no,
together.
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
What the fuck? Ooh, look at that skin. April 28th live. That's so cool looking. Oh my god, bro. Man, we really are eating right now, man. If you are an Apex fan or a fucking Arc Raiders fan, you're fucking eating right now, dude. Man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We got Forza coming at the later end of May as well. Oh my god, I'm eating right now, dude. Fucking gaming is taking over, bro. There's so much going on, bro. And I still have so much to play. I caught a bunch of games during the spring sale. Jet. Bro, I literally stopped doing everything, dude. I don't watch TV anymore. I don't even watch YouTube anymore. You know how insane that is? That I don't watch YouTube? I spend hundreds of hours a week watching YouTube. And I basically dropped that down to like maybe like 50. Because I'm spending all of my time gaming now. Because I want to get my gaming list down, right? I have so many backlog games that I have not played, or I started playing and I stopped playing because I wanted to jump into something else. Fuck. I do need to get a separate computer though. That's the first world problems for me. Is I gotta get a separate computer so I can have like the gaming station, and then the streaming station, or not streaming, but the recording station, because I do run into the issue where it's like I want to have all these games downloaded so I can switch between them at the same time. but it takes up too much hard drive space. So when I do a fucking long ass fucking video, how long is this one? Hour 41 minutes for this video. Hour 41 minutes for this video, not to mention the editing and shit that I'm going to be doing to it. So it's going to have even more versions of it on the computer by the time I get it released. So it's like, fuck. And then like breaking it down into shorts and the smaller videos. It takes up a lot of hard drive, man. So I do think I have to nut up at some point and just fucking face the reality and that I have to get a second computer. I don't want to, man. They're fucking so goddamn expensive. Shit's crazy. Anyway, moving on from that. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do all that good shit. And yes, we didn't fuck up today's patch notes. I apologize. The last one was banging. The last patch notes was banging, but y'all won't see it. I'll have to check and see if I still have the video. If I still have the video, I might release the ones that I didn't fuck up. But yeah, the whole half of that fucking video was shot. So big apologies on that. But we're back on it. We're back with it. All right. It is what it is, you know. But that being said, I'm going to go get some water. I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Later. Have a good day. Peace.